Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chauncey with Discipline Over Everything, and today I'm going to be going over a trade I took on ES, which is the S&P futures, where I caught about 22 points for a profit of just a little over 2,000. So right off the bat, you guys can see I added my Thinkorswim screen to the bottom left hand of the screen. I don't really know how good the quality is right now. Looking at it, it doesn't look that good, but it might look better after I render the video and upload it to YouTube. But if it's bad, I probably will just leave it out next, as I continue to record. But if it's good, I'll probably leave it like this, unless you guys want to see my other screen or to flop it. So my Thinkorswim screen is the main screen. So I wanted to add the Thinkorswim just to show you guys what I'm looking at on that screen. So as you can see, right now the 5 minutes up, but I kind of switch between the 5 and 15 minute, and that's on a 5-day, and then I use a 20-day, 30-minute, and a 90-day 4-hour chart. So on my Thinkorswim screen, I'm basically just looking at Fibonacci levels, VWAPs, and the daily open and pre-market high and low. So the different color lines you see on the 5-day, 5-minute chart on Thinkorswim are basically just the VWAPs I use. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price, and it's basically just looking at the average trading price for whatever time period you're looking at. So the red line you see is the intraday VWAP, which means intraday is just the specific day you're looking at, so that updates daily. The white line is the 2-day VWAP, so that updates every 2 days. The green line is the 3-day, purple line is the monthly, and the yellow line is the weekly. So I'm using the VWAPs as a way to just see where the trend is for that specific time period. So I know if we're above all the monthly VWAP, the weekly VWAP, the 2-day, 3-day, I know we're pretty much bullish. And if we're below those, I know that we're bearish. So VWAPs are also good to use as support resistance levels sometimes, especially the intraday, because we might see price push up really high or really low early in the day, and then we might see a retracement back to the VWAP. And if we're bullish on the day, we might just bounce off that VWAP and continue higher. Or if we're bearish for the day, we might bounce off that VWAP and continue lower, kind of like we did in this trade. So I entered this short trade around 47.1650. And the reason I took this trade was because you see on my NinjaTrader screen that the price pushed up to that white dash line, which is the daily open, which means the price opened on that day at that price. So once we got around to that price, we got really choppy, saw a lot of wicks. You can also see on the 5-minute chart on the left that we just saw a lot of choppiness at that orange line, and that's also the intraday and 2-day VWAP. So once I saw the weakness and we dropped below the daily open and those two VWAPs, I kind of just entered a short trade, and I had my stop loss just above the daily open around those highs, and then I had my profit target to start off with just like 4 to 5 points out. And as you'll see, as the trade goes on, I kind of just slowly, gradually move my profit target down, trying to secure more profit, and then I have my stop loss slowly going down also. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see I kind of get stopped out a little too early. So in this trade, I kind of want to be more patient and trust my levels more to just try to secure as much profit as I can and just be more patient of moving down my stop loss. So since I took this trade later in the day, it's not as much volatility or volume just in the moves as you would see in the first hour of the market. So that's why I was also a little more patient, because I know we might see some retracements back up, but the trend is just showing down, and the overall market is just starting to come down too, along with the Nasdaq and the Dow. So like I said, once I'm in the trade, I'm just waiting patiently, and I'm just slowly moving down my stop loss and profit target. The key levels I was watching, since we couldn't hold that daily open, I was looking for on the 30-minute chart. You can see that purple line, which is the monthly VWAP. And then also on the 5-minute chart, I'm looking at the green line, which is the 3-day VWAP. So I'm just looking at those levels as just exit targets. And then we also have the Fibonacci level, 78.6 right there on the 5-minute. And then we have the golden pocket, which is around 47.07 on the 30-minute chart. So if you don't know what Fibonacci retracements are, I definitely recommend looking them up. Basically, it's just a simple way to draw potential support and resistance levels. And like I said, I use the golden pocket or the golden ratio, which is just a 65% retracement along with the 61.8 retracement. Which you can see the golden pocket on my 4-hour Thinkorswim chart. It's just that golden line at 46.16, and the 61.8 is at 45.98. So we actually saw Monday we dropped down and we actually closed at the 61.8 and opened there on the second 4-hour candle, and we actually pushed back higher after that. So Fibonacci retracements are good for intraday charting and long-term charting. I would definitely just recommend checking them out. They're just good sequences that happen to show up in a lot of things in life. It's not just trading, it's the weather, sports, basically anything Fibonacci retracements can work. And the last thing I'm mainly looking at is on my NinjaTrader screen, which is these yellow lines. So these yellow lines indicate spot gamma levels, which if you don't know what spot gamma is, I'll leave a link in the description. But basically, they're looking at the key gamma levels on SPY and SPX options and basically determining where the positive and negative gammas are. So if you go to their site, they have more in-depth descriptions, but basically if you look at 46.99 on my chart, you can see that's a key zero gamma spot level. And so basically what that means is that if it breaks that level, options dealers and market makers basically have to hedge their contracts differently, so you might see a lot of volatility take place. And that's basically what all these levels mean. It's just where option dealers and market makers have the most activity. Like I said, they describe everything more in depth on their website, so I'll definitely leave their link in the description. But I definitely recommend checking this out if you trade index options or futures on the S&P, NASDAQ, or the Russell. So since this was such a long trade, I'm probably not going to talk over the entire thing, but I just want to give you guys a more in-depth video on what I'm looking at on my charts and what my trading style is. So if you guys have any questions on my trading style or setup, feel free to message me on Twitter or Instagram. The links will be in the description, and also feel free to join my free Discord, which will also be in the description. I'm kind of just trying to make it doesn't have to be futures specific community, but basically just a trading community where we can all just talk about different trades and what we're seeing in the market. Like I said, that will be free and the link will be in the description below. Feel free to join if you have any questions on my setup or need help setting anything up yourself. Please like this video and subscribe if you're enjoying the content so far. I'll probably start live streaming. I just have to figure out if I want to do it on Twitch or YouTube, maybe once or twice out of the week, just going over my trades and answering any questions you guys might have. Like I said, please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Target filled.